So what do you guys think of Soul Calibur 4? It's really hard to tell what the game's going to be like because the movesets aren't in yet. They were using just like basically the movesets from Soul Calibur 3 Arcade, but you know, they said all the right things. That's what I felt like.
Right, I mean, it was really early. I was surprised they let us play it. I was surprised it was in as good shape as it was, considering it's still over a year away.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, they definitely added everything I wanted them to add. And I had to notice network mode up there and offline. So one has to wonder, will this finally have online play? Which is a question people have been asking for a long time.
あります。
That guy behind the camera is really heavy right now. So like, are those tears? Are those tears? It's all right, baby.
I'm about to cry.
Yeah.
So how are they able to overcome the challenge that finally to allow that to happen?
なんでしょうね。今まで入れなかったっていうのは別にそのやりたくなかったとかいうわけではないんですけど、大きいところではその今回の次世代機っていうのはそのハード自体がネットワークっていうものをこう推奨してくれてるので我々自体も入りやすかったっていうのがまず大きいところであります。で、もう一つというのはやっぱりその3の時もそうだったんですけど、オンラインでやりたいっていう声が非常に高くて、もうそのこの時代でね、そのオンライン避けては通れないかなっていうことで、
You know, we were very skeptical. So
Yeah.
I think we came away quite impressed. But
The one thing that's changed in the time since, you know, we went to that meeting several months ago to now is that now all the fighting games are going online.
Right.
Like it was kind of like it's Ace in the Hole. It's like, you know, it was just Dead or Alive and Soul Calibur, and now it's like Virtua Fighter's
you
gonna
have
be
to
online,
wonder, you know,
Tekken's online.
I think Namco is pushing it forward though. Like, would Sega have done it if Namco wasn't doing it? I don't know. Like, I think Namco is the one who pushed Sega and pushing everybody else. I'm still curious if it's going to really work without lag, because I know even though you have these amazing lag-free DOA 4 matches, that wasn't my experience.
No, I mean,
so.
but it's not always lag-free. That's the thing. It's like sometimes it's perfect. Sometimes like there's some noticeable lag, but you just kind of adopt a different moveset playstyle, you know, and you can still usually win. You know, it takes some getting used to.
Like your tactic, hit somebody, then run away for the rest of the match.
That works.
Good,
Like, I don't see,
good
you know,
tactic.
Do you think you will have like any sort of online rankings to, I guess, establish who the world's best players are?
もちろん考えています。
Now that people can go online and fight Shane and really see what he's all about, instead
You know,
of all this shit talking.
I play with a joystick. They didn't have a joystick there, all right? I do better with the joystick. I swear.
Is that why you went
That's
0-2?
That is why I went.
So does that mean you're getting the PS3 version then, so that you can use your Virtua Fighter stick? Or?
I mean, I probably will. Like, I don't think there'll be any real changes or differences between the two, probably. I mean, they said there might be 6-axis stuff, but I wouldn't play with the controller anyway, so. They're changing garbage system. There's also like a new way to end the match that doesn't involve like killing the other person.
Right.
They wouldn't really go on to explain what that was, but maybe
knows?
maybe disarms, maybe weapon breaks. We'll have to see.
What changes are in store in terms of the gameplay, and like as far as weapon breaks or guard impacts, and you know, any adjustments to those kinds of things?
ガードインパクトもそうですけど、ゲームシステム全般として手を入れていってるっていうのはもちろんありますし、で新システムを用意しているっていうのはまず一回伝えてもらって、
まあゲームシステムは、体力ゲージ以外の決着方法をもう一つ考えていると言ってもらえればいいかな。
ヒントは体力ゲージです。
そうだね。
Now there's going to be a whole legion of Soul Calibur fans out there scratching their head trying to figure out.
In Soul Calibur 2, you had these guest characters from other places like Link and Spawn and Heihachi, and I'm curious if you can talk at all about the guest characters that you're going to have
Soul Calibur 4.
やっぱそのゲストキャラっていうのは非常に皆さんその期待してるところあるのかなみたいな。
It is. in this
I love
game.
guest characters.
We love guest
That's the funnest thing ever.
Very, very interesting.
まあそういうなんでしょうね、お客様の気持ちっていうのはあるんだなっていうのが分かって非常に今回はねためになる勉強会みたいになりましたね。
I was a little upset they didn't show us any new characters because when they revealed Soul Calibur 3, they showed all 3 new characters right off the bat, and I'm curious, when we'll get to see the new characters.
I wonder how many they'll have.
I just hope they're not like the Astaroth types. I'm tired of the big, slow, but unbalanced, really fast big
Right.
guys.
Like
Let's
Zelda.
settle them out.
Yeah.
Speaking of balance, I mean, we came into this like, please balance the game because Soul Calibur 3 was really, really busted in terms
Yeah.
of character balance.
And you can't buy a win against Jason for your life.
Right. So we asked them a lot of questions about that, and it sounded like they're committed to making this better and more balanced.
In relation to Soul Calibur 3, we just want to satisfy the curiosity of a couple of guys back home. They like would anybody on the development team say that Sulpicia was overpowered?
まあそうですね。どっちかっていうと強さをその考えるよりもそのキャラの個性を考えることの方が重要であって、まずコンシューマーはその1ゲームに対してワンコイン取るわけではないので、まあ全員強くあってもいいっていう考えはもともとあって、でその中でまずキャラの個性を生かす中でソフィティアとシャーファーを得した部分が多いのかなと。
Aside from them saying all the right things and telling us everything we wanted to hear, essentially, the main thing that we got out of our play session is like a look at the graphics.
Right.
And even though some of the stages were really early,
It's a shiny game.
it is shiny. And I think the
Detail.
lighting is going to be even crazier in the
Right.
future.
But, like,
Crazy effects.
what really impressed me though was like the detail on the textures for the the characters' outfits. Like the armor looked amazing.
Yeah.
Just-
Even
it's
the
like-
weapons, like
Yeah.
Siegfried's sword looked like it was assembled from about 1 million pieces of glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
and then just in the background, you'd see like a vase that would have this amazing texture on it that's like super high res.
Yeah,
Best vase ever.
Best vase ever. There's a lot more interactive environmental stuff. Like you can knock people into objects and they break, or they say that fewer ring outs, which makes me happy because I hate always getting fucking ringed out by Shu and Astaroth. So.
I like ring outs, but I also don't mind them being more strategic.
The director. He's like, yeah, the stages are gonna look a lot better. This is very, very early. This game is more than a year away.
It was already running at 60 frames, I
Yeah.
think, when we saw
Solid.
it.
Yeah, so like people who are like poo-pooing the graphics seriously, like give it time. I think it's gonna be a beautiful game. It's always been.
People
a
are
beautiful
never happy
series.
no matter what you show them.
That's
you know,
true.
it's
Yeah,
like,
that's
oh, it should be like this. All right, well, you know what, kids, you make the game.
Go for it.
Make your
You
own
make
game.
it.
Along the series, there've been costumes that people really like that come and go, and we wonder, I would love to have Ivy's 2P Soul Calibur 2 costume come back. Is there any chance that you might bring back classic costumes and have more costumes than in the past? That's good.
まあありますねそれはね。
Well, and I'm also really excited for the character customization because that was something I really liked in 3, and it sounds like they're just going to blow that out here.
I actually wasn't a fan of it in 3, but I think the idea was good. I don't know, the execution just didn't work for me. I felt like the weapons were kind of gimmicky, and then they didn't feel like they had quite that many moves, or weren't as the movesets weren't as interesting as the ones that came with
I mean,
the
they
default
definitely never
characters.
felt like a real character.
Exactly.
But for like a custom, fun, wacky character you
I
make
still
on the
like. I
side.
mean, I like having the option. You don't have to play
Definitely.
with that kind of stuff if you don't want to.
Right,
But
yeah.
like the characters that I made, I stomped Jason like 800 games in a row.
If they take it, one step further, it could be really interesting. In fact, I think if they took it all the way and just didn't make normal characters and like focused on the creative
That's
character
like its own
version.
game almost.
Right. I'm not saying that Soul Calibur should be like that, but I think that's
they could make they could make a game just like based on that. Just
Just make your own characters.
a whole universe of just like.
Well, and it sounds like there's going to be
online stuff.
some more like continuity with those characters you make. Like they said that the items you equip may actually affect your character's abilities. So yeah,
you decide to wear a whole bunch of armor, your character's stronger, but then moves slower or stuff.
I hope they do that because I think it would make the online fights really fun. If you could like win like your sword and it actually has more strength. Or
I
whatever,
think the balancing would be an issue there. But
Fighting game with persistent MMO style elements. You upgrade. If there's a balance issue, that means you just gotta fight more, earn more stuff, get better stuff.
Although we actually explained that we hope that they offer like a straight up like regular base character online fight and then like a custom fight. Because like I don't want to go online and have people who are stronger than me just because they have more stuff. That's not fair. I'd like to see a lot of different options for online.
Yeah.
Just why not? Like
The dev team was pretty cool though too.
Yeah, they were nice guys,
Yeah.
super nice.
Can each team member tell us who their favorite character is and why?
そうですね、全て好きなんですけど、最近好きなのがリザードマンですね。それは動きがですね、下段回し蹴りがすごい好きなんですよ、あとはまあ滝とか、滝は
Yeah.
投げつかみでぐるぐるぐるっていう。
じゃあ三剣。いやまあもともと宮本武蔵とか好きだったんで。
まあ見た目が好きなのはティラ吉光エイミ。まあ新しいからかな。毎回新しい。まあ吉光はいつも新しくなるし、ティラは単純に新キャラ。あと、まあ、武器が面白い。で、エイミは弱いのが面白い。
Does that mean he's like very good at the game, so he can kick people's asses with a weaker character?
ボコボコにされてます。私はアシュタウスですね。まあとてもパワフルで一発逆転ができるところ。
EGM's editor-in-chief is a big Astra fan. He is a cheesy dude.
結構卑怯な手はよく使うので
Oh yeah. It was nice meeting the one dude who's been there since Soul Edge.
Yeah.
The main
Yeah.
programmer, lead programmer,
Yeah.
and that kind of shows you like, well, he's maybe the heart and soul of why, like why the games are always so graphically impressive, and
Or at least like why the combat is like solid, like that engine's been the same, or same with improvements.
Right.
You
But
know,
then,
definitely since Soul
talk-
Calibur, and Soul Edge was still tight too.
Talking
Yeah.
to the gameplay producer, I mean, he was a really interesting guy. We sat with him at dinner, and like, yeah, he was picking our brains on what we want out of like, the evolution of the franchise. And
Was that the guy who looked like Gak?
was the
Yeah,
guy who looked like
yeah.
Gak. We gave him a lot of really crazy, cool ideas. If any of the ideas we came up with make it in there,
That would
Yeah.
be
Did you propose to him slap mode?
I did not propose slap mode, but we both
Slap mode for chicken people.
we both proposed the ability to when you're being ringed out to grab on, to have like a skill shot where like if you like press a button at the right time, maybe you can like grab onto the edge.
something like a
That
Guardian
would be
Khaki
cool.
style
That'd be
movement.
awesome.
So you could like save yourself against cheap ass shoe shots.
Exactly.
And that thing that you were talking about, like with the costumes getting more and more wrecked,
Yeah.
that shit sounds dope. I wish they would do
Seriously,
something like that.
procedural damage for clothes.
I think
Yeah,
it would
so
seem
next
very
gen,
next
so now
gen.
gen.
Yeah. But like I know you suggested like it'd be cool if you hit Siegfried and like a chunk of his armor fell onto the ground. I mean that'd be badass. It's very next gen. They should do that for sure. Because it's so early in development, they were saying like maybe they could actually make some changes. So we'll see.
They were holding a lot of stuff back. I mean, they were like, well, we have this mode that we're talking about, but we aren't talking to you about it yet, and we, have these characters. They're, they would only tell us that there were like 5 or 6 characters in the game.
Yeah.
When we pressed them further, they made it sound like they weren't. I mean, I believe what they say is, we don't want to make anyone mad. Like,
Right.
All your favorite characters will probably be there, but we're not committing to any of them.
Yeah, I mean they only would tell us specific things, but we pushed really hard. I mean we kind of we gleaned some more stuff based on what they said, and I think it's going to be really really good. I've got to say I'm more excited than I am for Tekken for sure. I can't wait until it's actually a real playable form. I'm hoping maybe TGS. I think there'd be.
You think already? I don't know. It felt
Maybe.
really early to me. I don't know if they could get the movesets in by then.
They can get one level 2-3 characters ready.
Maybe.
I think they can. Yeah.
That would be awesome.
A demo. I mean, imagine a downloadable demo. That'd be
Oh, that would
more
be
awesome.
super awesome.
Soul Calibur 4.
But yeah, I look forward to kicking everyone's ass here at the office. So
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
I look forward to that dream world of yours too.
Yeah.
make them a reality.